Hey everyone, welcome back. So MPC 3.0 firmware. So of course I don't have a pre-release of the beta, so I'm anxious to get my hands on it. But and maybe perhaps these thoughts are maybe too premature. But what does a new MPC look like that supports the firmware that we've all seen, and then there's a select few that had gotten the early release. So if you notice, well, it's two things. One, it's very eminent. They're going to have to come out with something new. But something new doesn't necessarily mean exclusively that it's just going to be chocked full with, extended batteries or extended processing or more, whatever, larger this, larger that. Because if you look at all the videos that are out there, you can kind of see that they've optimized this operating system around a lot of not necessarily multi-touch gestures, but long presses, double taps on the screen, and a great deal of sliding back and forth. The screen becomes even more utilized in the buttons themselves. As a matter of fact, I've only saw one person with an MPC exit that was showing some of the firmware. But it is interesting to see, because as an MPC 2.0 user with the firmware and the MPCX and the keys and all that, it's clear that the screen controls, what we're talking about right now, or is what I'm referring to, is optimized for a specific layout and a specific set of actual hard encoded buttons outside of the transport and the typical Q links. So just kind of picking everyone's brain, seeing where y'all at on that. And we know that more hardware is imminent, right? And so I suspect you'll see an MPC Live maybe as the first unit out there. And what would an MPC Live that's optimized in terms of its morphology, its shape, the amount of buttons and where the buttons are located? Maybe because you engage with the screen more, maybe the MPC Live has not only a tilt screen, but how about a screen that has haptic feedback, like on your phones and iPads and like on the Apple trackpads, since so much of this seems to be more driven towards touch. Okay, so just kind of put it out there. Now, as it relates to the software, for the desktop, I really hope that they do release a counterpart, because even though the software, because you can use external third-party VSDs, kind of makes a certain streamlined parity unequal. So you have a desktop project and you got your MPC standalone. It's always been like that. There's always sort of been that imbalance between, if you start a session with, let's say, Omnisphere and all that on there, and you want to take that same session onto your MPC standalone, you do have to convert some tracks as audio in the form of either linear tracks, or you can turn them into a clip, or if you want more control of them, you just turn it into a sample and trigger them from the drum pad, like a loop or whatever, or like a one shot. But nevertheless, it's going to be interesting to see where that comes from. I truly believe that they're not going to disabandon the DAW. I hope not. But, Kai is into selling stuff, as you know. And so, by taking the DAW away might actually limit some of the revenue stream, because Air Instruments and BFD is part of the family, and things like that. Now, as far as opening up the kernel extension for like the VST audio units for standalone, that would possibly be possible, but I highly doubt it. Highly doubt that would actually happen. So, but anyway, just some quick thoughts. Leave any questions and comments. And until now, or actually until next time, everyone, peace out.